Toro, this is the judge. The judge, meet Toro. It's time for you two to get down to some super heavyweight business.
Introducing in the red square, to my right, ay caramba. He tosses 300-pound bots like they're tortillas. He's Toro.
The new face on Toro is called the crumple zone, and that's added to absorb shots from other bots.
And in the blue square, like the United States Supreme Court, his word is final. Here comes the judge.
Judge has got rid of that Kevlar skin from last season, replaced it with quarter-inch Lexan. Two crowd favorites.
The box is locked, the lights are on. It's robot fighting time.
Oh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
Look at the judge.
Strikes Toro, flips the judge.
Now the judge does that. He can't right himself with that arm, but something's wrong. The arm is bent. It's not able to get back to right himself. Holy moly, was that a collision?
Judge on its back. Toro with the early flip, and apparently the judge is out for the count.
The judge, now see, even if Toro flipped him over, which the crowd wants him to do, I don't think the judge, I don't think he'd have his hammer.
Toro backing into his square and taking this count and this match.
Sometimes they're just too short, aren't they? That's not enough pain. Holy moly, Toro sending a message. I don't know what it is, but I'm not getting close enough to find out. This Comedy Central sports presentation of BattleBots is brought to you by Taco Bell, who'd like to remind you to think outside the bun. And 3Ds, get a taste of the next dimension.
We're here in San Francisco, where hundreds of machines have gathered for BattleBots glory. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Green, and you're already knee-deep in this Comedy Central sports presentation of BattleBots. Bill Dwyer?
Yeah, Tim. No jury needed for this one, because like a gavel-toting, Bible-belting right-winger, Toro wasted no time giving the judge the death penalty. Judge firing out gets in two quick hits on Toro, but the second one hits Toro in the flipping arm, and when he pops that arm, that's what bends the judge's hammer.
Now we'll go box side to Arj, who's with the victorious Reason Bradley.
You knew the seriousness of the competitor you were dealing with. Maybe that's what went into the thought process as far as to flip him over or not when he was on his back.
This is a sport, it's a competition, and there's no way we're putting them back on their wheels. I don't think his wheels were turning anyhow, but you know, if someone's down, we're going to leave them down and carry on to the next round.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
The name of this game is Survive and Advance, and that's just what Toro did, and in 57 seconds, no less.
We've got Ogre going up against Techno Destructo, but before we start it up, let's take a quick road trip to Minnesota.
Hey girls, looking for that special someone? Let's meet this week's BattleBots hunk.
Come on in. I'm Tom Griffin with Team Ogre.
Tom doesn't just build bots, he has a variety of interesting hobbies.
Oh, I like to make knives and swords, axes, things of that sort.
And he loves quiet evenings alone.
I like working out here in my keep, the solitude and the fire and the hot steel.
Yes, Tom's a man who knows what he wants.
My real goal is to destroy the enemy, to see them driven before me, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Tom Griffin, the BattleBots hunk every girl dreams of.
Want to kill, want to destroy.
Different athletes prepare in different ways. How's it look down there, Carmen?
Fellas, it's off the hook down here. I know it'll be tough to see better bouts than what we had last week, but I think this one's gonna be nasty. Like my main man Howie Cassell used to say, contradicting styles make for a good fight, and that's exactly what we've got down here. So if it's all right with you guys, I'm gonna cut this one off short so that I can have a good spot to watch. Back to you guys.
Carmen's in position, so let's not keep her waiting. It's time to see how this super heavyweight brawl shapes up.
Tom Griffin, Ogre, Windham, Minnesota. Nervous about driving as well. I'd like to have more experience, but I'm getting it as we go.
Sean Irvin, Techno Destructo, Melbourne, Florida. I'm going to try to get him in the sides and see if I can push him around a little bit and throw him up in the air and give the crowd a show.
Ogre is ready.
Techno's ready to go, baby. Let's hit it.
Destructo is
We're
ready.
gonna hit it because the box is locked, the lights are on, it's robot fighting time.
Slam cam! How about that?
Wow, you like that one.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't love the slam cam? We get so many letters. More slam cam!
Techno Destructo up and under, and now the flip. Techno Destructo is smoking after a shot, and he flips over.
That's just a lot of CO2 coming out.
A lot of action in this fight early on, and there you see Ogre taking a shot from the kill saws.
Techno Destructo, perfect for the slam cam. Sign that kid up.
Oh, Techno Destructo chewed up by the kill saws. Nose to nose, both bots pushing.
Wow, look at that.
Ogre pushing Techno Destructo to the pulverizer, and Techno Destructo is hammered.
Hammered, but looking good.
Whoa! Some damage had to be done to Techno Destructo's wheel, and you see it there.
There it is.
The kill saws carving up Techno Destructo's wheels.
Ogre's been flipped, so he might have some control problems. Always harder unless you have an inversion switch. Once you get flipped.
Techno Destructo flips over, and Ogre is pounded by the pulverizer. Both big bots taking shots from the pulverizer, but both apparently surviving.
Ogre's sponsor probably isn't too happy that he's been driving on his back the whole match.
Ogre gets another shot, Bill. He backed himself into the pulverizer, and Techno Destructo takes some damage from the kill saws. Again, a lot of hazard damage in this match.
Both bots and both drivers much better than what they're showing.
Techno Destructo continuing to flip, flipping Ogre, pushing him into the pulverizer, and Ogre takes shot after shot.
Ogre showing the pain of previous matches.
Ogre able to endure the brutal shots from the pulverizer.
Now it's just a waiting game for Techno Destructo. Flip after flip after flip. He needs to get in there, though.
Techno Destructo clearly the aggressor, and Ogre, Bill, still obviously reeling with those drivetrain problems from his earlier fight with Atomic Wedgie.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He needed some more rest time, and he couldn't get it.
20 seconds to go. I don't think he has to do any more damage than he's already done to Ogre.
Both bots are just trying to show everybody that they're still working.
Yep. Ogre clearly debilitated from his earlier fight with Atomic Wedgie, and this one belongs to Techno Destructo.
Oh, I'm dizzy. Sink your teeth into this Taco Bell replay. The match was over early. Techno D with the first flip of Ogre, and really that was it. He gets in another one here, up on his end, and then bam, right into the pulse.
Let's go to Arj down on the floor.
Tons of steam shooting out of that thing.
It's actually liquid CO2. We use onboard CO2 for our pneumatic system, and whenever it purges, you get the liquid CO2, which is the big white smoke.
Great job, guys.
All right, thank you.
When we get back, Heavyweights, Nightmare, and Junkyard Offspring, get after it. Stick around.
You are watching a Comedy Central sports presentation of BattleBots with Carmen Electra, Tim Green, Arj Barker, and me, Bill Dwyer.
For more information on BattleBots and how you can enter a fighting robot in a BattleBots competition, log on to BattleBots.com.
San Francisco's Golden Gate fortune cookies. Dwyers say the journey to the giant nut starts with a single step on another robot's face.
Let's hook up with Anthony Elder, who used his own unique philosophy to get to the battle box.
Coincidental miracles of chance can happen anywhere, even in BattleBots. For Anthony Elder, that chance miracle came when he saw it on TV and said, wow, I'd really like to do that.
And when I saw it on TV, I said, wow, I'd really like to do that.
Anthony knew just where to turn his dream into a miracle.
This is my dreamland for BattleBot parts. You never know what you might find in someone's old trunk. It's perfect for me to use these parts because I can get them cheap.
And the greatest miracle is that it doesn't piss his wife off because he isn't spending money.
And it doesn't piss off my wife because I'm not spending a lot of money.
And that's why it's a coincidental miracle of chance.
Now let's check in with Anthony Elder to see if he's got any ideas on how to knock off Nightmare.
Anthony Elder, Junkyard Offspring, Auburn, California.
When you're out there and the lights are on and the excitement's going, you're kind of just doing whatever you can do.
Jim Smentowski, Nightmare, Rohnert Park, California. I'm pretty darn maneuverable with Nightmare, so I think if I can get around his side or his back, I'll be all right.
Time to find out who can get it done right now.
Introducing, in the red square, to my right, he loves the smell of napalm in the morning. And oh yeah, Belgian waffles. Here is Junkyard Offspring.
Those twin spikes attached to a spinning crankshaft so fast.
And in the blue square, a bot so powerful, he could smack the 10 off George Hamilton. Here's Nightmare.
My kid's favorite bot, pieces will be flying.
The box is locked, the lights are on. It's robot fighting time.
Oh, I'm smelling destruction now.
Yeah, Nightmare spinning that deadly blade right off the start, and he already crumples Junkyard Offspring.
Junkyard Offspring's got to go in from the side, of course. That's what you got to do against Nightmare.
Yeah, he's got to get around behind him. Oh, pieces flying already. The mechanical gore has begun.
Look at the spikes on Junkyard Offspring. They're still moving, going in and out, so fast.
The spikes are moving, but pieces are flying. Junkyard Offspring being chipped away. Look at the pieces flying everywhere.
Chipped? What kind of a chipper do you have in your backyard, man?
Junkyard Offspring now up under Nightmare. He's got to stay there because once that blade gets going, it is ugly.
Nightmare, the blade not designed for cutting, but for picking up and tossing and throwing and harming.
Junkyard Offspring takes a crack and smacks Nightmare right in the mouth.
You know, that blade gets going so fast. He's got gyroscopic tendencies, Tim. He starts to move back and forth. He gets going so quick.
That's why Junkyard Offspring has got to position himself to the side of Nightmare, as you said, but he takes another direct hit.
He's fighting a brave fight.
I don't know if he's got anything left, Bill.
I like Junkyard Offspring. He's built on the cheap, powerful, except he's just going up against the wrong bot right now.
Sometimes you get what you pay for, my friend, because this fight looks like it's over.
5, 4,
Nothing to be ashamed of.
2, 1.
Oh, Smokey. Didn't smell pieces right. Oh, speaking of which, they're flying all over the battle box, courtesy of Nightmare. Oh, Junkyard Offspring put up a good fight, not enough.
Let's see what Carmen's got on the floor.
Did you know that you knocked off a piece of Luck's hand off of Junkyard Offspring that knocked out one of our cameras?
Oh man, that's great. Yeah, there was a lot of pieces flying in that one. Hit the camera. I can't wait to see what that one looks like on film.
All right, good luck with your next fight. Thanks.
When we get back, two of the all-time greatest super heavyweights try to add to their legacies by subtracting each other's limbs. Stick around.
Listen up. Don't construct or operate a robot or BattleBot without proper supervision.
Ronan and Dissector, two of the most revered super heavyweights ever, about to get unholy on each other.
Ronan and Dissector are ready to hit the dance floor. What do you think, Bill?
Dance floor? Tim, everybody, was robot fighting. Huh. Those bots were fast as lightning.
Hey, I appreciate the effort, all right? Now let's just hustle on down to Carmen, who's taking a look at the price builders will pay so they can stay alive in the BattleBots.
Thanks, guys. Earlier, I talked shop with some of my favorite builders just to find out how much ching they're dropping on these bots.
We maybe have $2,000, $3,000. There's certain things you just don't count. You know, we don't watch it too close.
$500 for the robot, and about $500 for the radio, so about $1,000 for everything.
This robot electric lunch was built for about $4,000.
Probably $4,000 plus by now.
Between tools and robot, probably spent $5,000 to $6,000. Gave up a trip to Hawaii we were going to take earlier in the year.
That's a lot of money to spend on a hobby. Let's just hope that these guys can recoup some of the money when they become famous and sell their bots on eBay. You know, kind of like what I did when I sold my red Baywatch bathing suit. Back to you guys.
Two machines who've already achieved BattleBots fame and fortune are about to get it on. Let's meet them.
Peter Abramson, Ronin, Burbank, California. I've known Donald for a long time, and we've been very good friends, and so I'm really looking forward to fighting Dissector.
Donald Hudson, Dissector, San Diego, California. Well, stay away from the weapon best they can, because that thing does do some damage.
Friendship can wait. Let's see who wants BattleBots glory right now.
Introducing in the red square to my right, when he's done administering your beating, you'll wish you were a red-headed stepchild. Hide in the corner from Ronin.
That 35-pound disc with steel teeth is an all-new design.
And in the blue square, whatever you do, don't look it directly in the eye, because it gets threatened really, really easily. Avert your eyes from Dissector. The box is locked, the lights are on. It's robot fighting time.
I love the slam cam.
Dissector coming out with multiple weapons working.
How do you attack Dissector? Look at
Pinchers,
those
hammers, drive Ronin into the wall. Ronin with that blade spinning.
Oh, he's got him now. Where are you going to take him? Where are you going to take him, Dissector?
Ronin grinding up the BattleBots.
Oh, sweet.
And here comes the spikes. Ronin takes a shot from the ramrods.
Ronin's taking a shot from everywhere right now.
Dissector up, coming right at the front of Ronin without fear.
Those jaws are working maximum efficiency right now.
There's the slam cam, a little bit of metal grating there. As Ronin's spinning blade strikes Dissector, but doing no damage at all.
Obviously, Dissector's got the jaws open. He's got one thing in mind. Grab him and take him across the floor.
And hammer him on the way. Those hammers are scoring points and doing damage to Ronin. And now the kill saws do more damage to Ronin.
The jaws, we set aside the hammers for just a second on Dissector.
Dissector clearly in control.
He's just racking up point after point after point.
Ronin appears to have one of his tracks disabled.
Now all he can do, and I mean, he's doing it well, too. Peter just keeps the weapon pointed right at Dissector.
He's got to play defense and hope for Dissector to make some kind of a crucial mistake. And here comes Dissector opening the deadly jaws and driving Ronin into the spikes.
Driving not just once. Oh, he's letting him go.
Ronin with that blade spinning, but really unable to bring it to bear on Dissector at all.
Yeah, one of his tread pods is out. He's only got one drive going. So that's why he's just moving around in circles. 20 seconds now.
This one is just about over, but Dissector continues to hammer, and you get a view of it up close from the slam cam.
As you're being pushed back, on your back, looking up at the sky, the ceiling of the BattleBots. Praise the robot gods. He's done. Again, one of the best victory dances.
Dissector with another big win.
All right, here's our replays. Boom, big hit here from Dissector. And can I say it again? Another big hit here from Dissector. When we get back, we'll see if the longtime friendship survived the 3 minutes in the box.
For more information on how you can start building the next great BattleBot, check out ComedyCentral.com/BattleBots.
Let's take a look at another Ruffles 3Ds crunch. Ronan gets pounded by Dissector. 1, 2, 3. That's another 3Ds crunch.
Thanks to hits like that, Dissector gets a promotion to the next round while Ronan gets terminated. Arj is box-side.
We were just pounding on each other, and he got a hold of one of my tread pods.
And then over here, I got this hammer stuck inside of his tread.
And then I backed up and was pulling in and came in for another couple of hits.
Carnage in the battle box!
Earlier tonight, we saw Toro tell it to the judge. Techno Destructo beat Ogre with an ugly stick. Nightmare scrapped Junkyard Offspring, and Dissector owned Ronan.
For everyone here, I'm Tim Green.
And I'm Bill Dwyer. When the world leaves you feeling chilly, it's time to curl up to the fire of BattleBots. See you, everybody. Ready for a quick recap? On your mark, get set, go. Super heavyweight contender Toro moved on. In other super heavyweight action, Techno Destructo moved on, and we're headed to the box.
We'll take on Ronan or Dissector, whoever it is, and they're toast. They got no chance.
You don't sound the slightest bit afraid.
Well, you know, I'm having a great time out here. There's no sense in being scared, baby.
Heavyweight legend Nightmare moved on.
And what's that on the edge of the blade there?
Oh, that's little bits of the other robot still stuck to the disc.
That is robot skin, everybody.
And super heavyweight Dissector moved on. Once again, that's Toro, Techno Destructo, Nightmare, and Dissector all moving on.
Start throwing the salt. There's heavy metal sumo in the battle box tonight.
New Cruelty is enjoying his rookie ride, but tonight, Odin 2 wants to give the punk kid a pagan prod.
Gladiator, the defending super heavyweight champ, puts his nut on the line in a quarterfinal matchup against Red Hot Toro.
And then there's Dissector. If he wants another crack at the champ, he'll have to get past a totally rebuilt Techno Destructo in tonight's other quarterfinal match.
Comedy Central Sports presents BattleBots.
This Comedy Central sports presentation of BattleBots is brought to you by Taco Bell, who'd like to remind you to think outside the bun. And 3Ds, get a taste of the next dimension.
Hang on to your cable car, San Francisco. The super heavyweights have landed, and they're not here to put flowers in your hair. Hello, everybody. I'm Tim Green. Here with me is the widely misunderstood Bill Dwyer.
Yeah, what's not to understand? I like big bots, and I cannot lie. I mean, look who's here to fight tonight. For the love of hugeness, it's the super heavyweight quarterfinals. I am stoked.
All right, Carmen Electra, how are your people feeling downstairs?
Guys, so far, this has just been an incredible tournament of Major League Metal mashing, and these fans are jacked. We've seen bone-crushing hits, hard-charging flips, and some serious action in the box. The place is crackling with excitement, and we can't wait to see what's next.
Take a look. New Cruelty has added 2 solid steel posts to protect himself from that blade.
That blade spins at 1,000 RPM, but will it be low enough to hit New Cruelty? Here we go, down to the box.
Hey, John, Bill Dwyer here. What do you have in store for New Cruelty?
About 35 pounds of spinning steel.
Dick, this is Tim.
Excuse me?
What are your weapons?
The whole robot is the weapon. It's 340-pound fifth.
The box is locked, the lights are off, it's robot fighting time.
Oh, that blade up to speed quick.
Odin 2 spinning that blade, but I don't know, Bill, if that thing can do any damage at all to New Cruelty.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's hard to tell if it's low enough right now. They're so tentative.
Well, the blade struck those defensive posts that you talked about, and now Odin takes a shot from the pulverizer.
And if New Cruelty keeps riding up on Odin 2's ramp, that's not going to do well for New Cruelty.
Odin 2 takes a shot from the kill saws. No sparks, no parts on the BattleBots floor.
New Cruelty is the 8-wheeled robot. Odin 2 has that fierce spinning blade on top.
So in a pushing match, New Cruelty should be able to dominate. And he drives Odin 2 into the screws, and a piece flies off of Odin 2. Kill saws, take another shot, and another piece comes off Odin 2.
Odin 2 not driving too well around the BattleBots. 6 wheels good, 8 wheels better.
There you see the pushing and the power that New Cruelty has. When they go nose to nose, New Cruelty comes out on top. And there it is, driving Odin 2 again into the wall. Odin 2 recovering.
Yeah, Odin 2's got him where he wants him. He can't get him with that blade, though. New Cruelty with a great defense here. It's a spike-a-dope. That's what it is. It's not a rope-a-dope, it's a spike-a-dope. Now he's off.
New Cruelty using that wedge. There it is! New Cruelty drives Odin 2 into the pulverizer. Hits him there. The blade is taking a shot.
Oh, you can see the blade is stopped by one of those posts that was added by New Cruelty. Brilliant.
New Cruelty's power taking control of this fight, and the pulverizer continuing to hammer Odin 2.
Odin needs a knockout. He needs to start tearing up some tires fast. 20 seconds left. He doesn't have much time.
No, not much for anything but an ode to Odin 2.
That is brilliant. That looks like it's New Cruelty's fight.
3, 2, and 1.
Congratulations, Dick. Fellas, back to LaGrange for you. All right, fight into this Taco Bell replay. It's simple. Stay away from the pulverizer. Stay away from the screws. And what did I tell you the first time? And that 340-pound fist found its mark with 16 slams.
The judges scored it 28-17 as New Cruelty's Cinderella story continues. Let's see what Carmen's got on the floor.
New Cruelty, you were up against a spin by, and you somehow got him over to the hammer. What'd you do?
Well, we knew that it was going to be a tough fight because they have a really sharp blade, so we just decided to rush them, stop the blade, and once we stopped the blade, we had enough horsepower and power to the ground to be able to push them kind of where we wanted to.
Well, I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, the super heavyweight quarterfinals. Defending super heavyweight champ Gladiator takes on the fliptastic machine Toro. Stick around.
BattleBots rocks.
You are watching a Comedy Central sports presentation of BattleBots with Carmen Electra, Tim Green, and me, Bill Dwight.
For more information on BattleBots and how you can enter a fighting robot in a BattleBots competition, log on to BattleBots.com. Last season, Gladiator wasted Techno Destructo in the quarters, edged out Dissector in the semis, and then hung tough and won a close final over Minion. He won his nut all right, but it was no walk in the junkyard.
And he didn't have to face Toro either.
Reason Bradley, Alexander Rose, Toro, Gage Cauchois, Gladiator.
Let's get it on.
Introducing in the red square, to my right, he tosses robots around like a shot putter on steroids. Give it up for one of your favorite flippers, Toro!
Toro has the power to flip other super heavies 5 feet in the air.
And in the blue square, some bots say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. This one says, screw that, here is Gladiator.
As you can see, the lifting spear is back. If you remember, earlier in the tourney, got it sheared off by Trimangle. Reasons, Bill, can you beat the champ?
If we can get under him, I think we'll have a good chance, yeah.
The box is locked. The lights are on. It's robot fighting time.
Holy moly! Gladiator hit a seam in the floor.
Oh, Gladiator lost his spike right away.
Spear is gone again.
But he pushes Toro into the spikes.
Oh, yeah, he's got power.
Look out. Gladiator now crashed into the side of the wall by Toro.
And Gladiator, you know what we're going to see now? We're just going to see that awesome speed. We're going to see him firing up across the floor and skidding and flying all over the place.
And he has to fly because if Toro gets underneath him, it could get ugly. Billy, he's going to get under him.
Is that ugly to you?
Another flip.
It's beautiful to me.
Ugly if you're Gladiator. It's beautiful to everyone else. Big bot tossed like a peanut shell.
When he gets it from the side, how many times is that going over? Is he doing a full 3?
Wow. This fight clearly belonging to Toro. Toro tossing Gladiator. Really abusing Gladiator.
I might start counting now. Is that the 4th flip? Gladiator, he's got the speed to come at him from the side, but he's got to keep hitting. A flip is just a hit when it comes to Toro. But will he be able to disable Gladiator?
You see the missing spike there. Gladiator really weaponless against the deadly Toro. There it goes again. Another flip. And Gladiator struck by the pulverizer.
He's got to drive a perfect match now. He's got to stay away from every hazard, and he's just got to keep hitting Toro. It's his only hope.
He needs to get Toro into that pulverizer and come away with a lucky shot. Otherwise, this fight belongs to Toro completely.
Gabe's such a good driver. He's able to get in a hit, back up, and get in another one.
But all the damage has been done to Gladiator by Toro.
You know what? When the judges see him hot being flipped 5 feet in the air, flipping over 3 and 4 times, that affects them.
And look out, there it is again, and then the pulverizer comes to play on Gladiator. He is flipped and pounded like a pancake. Seconds left. Oh, and another flip.
Well, that's it then.
That is it. Gladiator up against the wall and totally incapacitated by the powerful Toro.
What a demonstration by Toro. Now, it's still going to go to the judges. It's a decision, but I think we know who won. Reason Bradley knows. I think Gage knows.
You know?
Those guys know. That's about all they know. Wow, the first big flip. And this next one, a 2.5, a 3.5, it's hard to tell, Tim.
And then Toro finishes this fight with a final flip. Down goes Gladiator, what an upset. Toro wins big 32-13 with 8 ferocious flips. He moves on to the semis.
You know, BattleBots is so popular. We've been on the Drew Carey Show, been seen on the Tonight Show, we've been on Gilmore Girls, and now we've been featured in a comic strip. Check it out.
I'm Scott Stantis, and I do a comic strip called The Buckets, and I live here in Birmingham, Alabama. What's influenced me in the past are other cartoonists. What inspires me now really is what's just going on around me. BattleBots certainly being among those. I have 2 teenage sons. We sit there and we watch it. Watching the show with the boys is a bonding experience because, you know, it's big metal things hurting each other. Here are the actual comic strips, the actual original artwork that ran in the newspaper, inspired by BattleBots. This got us a number of emails from BattleBot aficionados from around the country. We decided to do a whole week on BattleBots. The reaction to that one gag was so tremendous. From a cartoonist perspective, it's probably like, you know, God's perfect show.
In our next quarterfinal matchup, Techno Destructo raises his flipping arm up against Dissector.
For more fighting robots and more of me, you gotta stay tuned.
don't construct or operate a robot or BattleBot without proper supervision. Hey, these super heavies are really banging tonight. Bill, are you surprised at all at how easily Toro handled the vicious Gladiator?
Well, if I said yes, then I wouldn't be much of an expert then, would I, Tim?
So you're surprised a little?
All right, a little.
All right, that's all I wanted. Hey, Carmen, the box is hot tonight, right?
The intensity inside the BattleBots doesn't tell the whole story of this competition. Come back here in the pits, and it's a whole different ballgame. There's more swapping of parts than a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon's office.
It's very common to go help your opponent get working so you can go out and have a battle. You know, anything from small hand tools to grinders and things like that.
Everybody helps everybody all the time.
Everyone's cool.
Hey, Steven, by any chance, can we have this to try and stop Ziggo?
Yeah, help yourself. Bring back whatever's left of it, though, would you? Sure, thanks.
I'm not sure, but I think someone just tried to sell me the tranny from my old Jetta. That's weird. Okay, back to you guys.
You know, with Techno Destructo's new lifting arm, he could probably flip that old Jetta.
Sean Irvin totally rebuilt Techno Destructo in the off-season. It's a technological miracle.
Last season looked like the end for Sean Irvin and Techno Destructo. Techno Destructo got the crap pounded out of it, but Sean Irvin would not give up. So he rebuilt his bot, and he did it with nothing more than grit, a bottle of bourbon, and a slow social calendar. He made Techno Destructo better than he was before. Better, stronger, sassier. Sorry, I got carried away. At any rate, Techno Destructo is back, and he's badder than ever.
We'll know soon enough.
Super heavyweight quarterfinals, here we go.
Sean Irvin, Techno Destructo, Melbourne, Florida. And once we get under, that bot's gone. It's going up in the air. It's saying bye-bye.
Donald Hudson, Dissector, San Diego, California. Just gonna try and stay away from the front of his robot. Hopefully I can get at his wheels.
Here we go, down to the box.
This is a quarterfinals event in the super heavyweight division. Introducing in the red square to my right, armed and dangerous, he's guilty of more hit and runs than Halle Berry on a long weekend. This is Techno Destructo.
Techno Destructo modeled his new flipping arm after the CO2-powered Toro.
And in the blue square, it's been said that the truth hurts, but not as much as having your skull pounded by the destructive dual hammers of Dissector.
Won the super heavyweight nut in season 2. This season, he's the number 2 seed.
The super heavyweights are ready. The box is locked. The lights are on. It's robot fighting time.
I don't think.
Techno Destructo with an early flip of Dissector.
Nicely done. You know what Dissector's added to his controls? Inversion switch. He turns it on, he's controlling his controls the same way he did before the inversion.
He needed it in this fight early on. Techno Destructo now pushing Dissector toward the pulverizer, but Dissector escapes with his multiple weapons.
You start pushing Dissector around, you are one powerful robot.
Now Dissector gets up underneath Techno Destructo. Strikes him a couple times with his hammers. Dissector maneuvering, trying to stay away from that powerful flipping arm.
You know what I like? Both fighters obviously very nervous before this match, but they're going right at one another.
Oh, Dissector up underneath Techno Destructo. Techno Destructo taking shots from Dissector's hammers.
Oh, and he's got him in the worst corner of the BattleBots.
And he's got him dangerously near that pulverizer. Can Techno Destructo escape? Can he flip? Oh, he does! He flips Dissector! Techno Destructo scoring a few points of his own.
Really worked himself out of a sweet jam there.
Now Dissector has Techno Destructo back against the spikes.
These guys just don't want to leave this corner, do they?
He's lifting him. There you see those deadly jaws of Dissector, and now Techno Destructo seems to be having a little bit of trouble maneuvering.
He's not moving at all. That's a lot of trouble. Oh, man.
Dissector lifting, pushing.
Now he's going to try and pin him up against the spike
Oh,
strip.
look out. There's a shot from the pulverizer. Techno-Destructo taking multiple shots, but that armor will seem to be holding up fairly well.
Yeah, it's a well-made bot, but now it's just icing on the Carnage cake right now because he was dead before he went under there, wasn't he?
I believe so. And this one looks like another fight that belongs to Dissect.
But just in case, he'll hit him a few more times in his tire. Here's a little final humiliation for you.
Techno-Destructo still has one wheel spinning, and so Dissector moves in to try to finish him off.
20 seconds left. Oh, they're counting him out now.
But he is being counted out, and I don't think Techno-Destructo is going to make it to the end of this fight. He doesn't. It's over.
Nice
and Dissector has another victory.
Techno-Destructo looking good early on with a big flip of Dissector.
But then Dissector took control in the corner and delivered Techno-Destructo to his doom, courtesy of the pulverizer. If you want to see exclusive profiles of the bots or just want to discuss the meaning of life with fellow bot lovers, go to ComedyCentral.com/BattleBots.
Stay put, there's more BattleBots winding your way straight from San Francisco. Straight?
Let's take a look at another Ruffles 3Ds crunch. Toro flips Gladiator 1, 2, 3. Gladiator is done, and that's another 3Ds crunch. What a great fight for Dissector, relentless in his pursuit of his second nut.
And a tough loss for Techno-Destructo. Let's go down to Carmen.
Did you execute your strategy?
Well, I'd have to say not in the beginning. Things did not work out in the very beginning. He got a flip on me, and luckily I had an inversion switch that simultaneously changes all the controls when I flip upside down, and I was able to come back onto the attack.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Earlier tonight, rookie New Cruelty beat Odin 2 to roll into the super heavyweight quarterfinals. Dick Stuplik is here to talk with us about his surprising run for the nut. Bill?
Dick Stuplik and New Cruelty, congratulations on an impressive win over Odin 2. This bot, you've said before, the bot itself is the weapon. It's not a wedge, it's not a lifting arm. What do you call it?
Well, I call it the lifting plate. Really, it's an anti-wedge device. I'm just trying to keep all the wheels down all the time.
Because if somebody gets under you, is that your weakness?
The weakness of this robot really is that if it loses traction and gets up in the air a little bit, lots of the wheels come off the ground.
Who do you fear in this tournament? You're having a great run, by the way. 3-0 right now.
Well, the robots that might be able to get under me, pick me up a little bit, those are the ones that I fear.
Nicely done. Good luck in the tournament.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dick.
Thanks.
Now, will Toro or Dissector reach Nut Nirvana? They're both moving on to the super heavyweight semifinals. And New Cruelty is moving on to the quarters. In the heavyweights, Nightmare, Mechavore, Hexadecimator, and the Matador are all moving on. From everybody here, I'm Bill Dwyer.
And I'm Tim Green. Somebody tell Brokaw, when it comes to BattleBots, this is the greatest generation. See ya.
You're watching Comedy Central. Up next, it's a brand new episode of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, only on Comedy Central.